Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of RobertoBlake.com, helping you create something awesome today. So today, for Social Media and Small Business Saturday, we're going to talk about my 5 strategies for using content marketing and social media to grow your business. Content marketing is something I've addressed here on the channel in previous videos. I've talked a lot about social media growth hacks and different tactics before, but I want to get really specific about 5 things that you can do in terms of creating content and approaches that will help you actually specifically grow your business in terms of either establishing more credibility, generating new leads, revenue, clients, those type of things. So let's jump right into it. One of the things that a lot of people don't realize is how powerful podcasting is. Right now, there's several podcasts across multiple industry verticals that are doing tremendous. And it's not just a matter of downloads and listens. These podcasts are actually helping people grow their businesses. And there's a reason for it. Using podcast means that someone doesn't have to sit there and watch a video actively or read an article actively. It means that they can just listen while they're at work or on a flight or on a commute or in the gym. People also retain things that they hear, especially if there aren't other distractions. So I think that there's a real value in podcasting. I know a lot of people have done it and grown successful businesses from it, or advanced their speaking careers, or done other things like sell books, courses, and it's a very easy thing to do compared to producing video content because you don't have to worry about showing your face or performance, changing your hair, makeup, or clothing to suit a video, or have to worry about video editing and production. Doing an audio format podcast is relatively simple by comparison, and so that might be a more appropriate platform for a lot of you than creating video content. However, video content is very popular right now for a very good reason. It is because it is very impactful. It is very easy to make an emotional connection with somebody that you watch on video, and there's an added level of credibility if you're putting your real face out there. So I wouldn't say shy away from video in favor of podcast. I would say it's a matter of comfort level. If you're someone who articulates and speaks very well, but is a little bit camera shy or is intimidated by the prospect of editing, then I would say podcasting is for you. Alternatively, video is something that does very well. All of you have seen how well it's been able to do for me, and there's a lot of opportunities to grow your business. You can use videos to grow your email list. You can use podcasts for that as well. You can generate revenue from videos in multiple ways. I've done several videos about that. But in terms of actually growing a business, video is a great way to demonstrate your products or your services, use testimonials from satisfied customers or clients, give upfront value, and then be in a position to appropriately ask for the sale. So I really think that video marketing is very strong. It's very compelling. Webinars are obviously a way of utilizing video to your maximum advantage in terms of capturing people on an email list, getting qualified leads, and then converting to your offer at the end. So again, you don't have to necessarily do the 5-minute YouTube thing. I actually don't even stick to that. I do 10 and 20 and 30-minute and hour-long videos here on the platform. But that's just to give you context that you can do video that's appropriate to the situation, appropriate to your audience, your industry, your products and services. Home Depot is a great example of this. All the technology companies, Adobe, Cyberlink, Sony, the camera companies, they all are using the power of video marketing to showcase their products and services and what they have to offer and help people make an informed buying decision. So I would recommend that you consider that for your business. Blogging is something that people are underestimating and they feel that's gone out of style. It takes effort to do good writing. I would make the argument that you could always record in your iPhone or your Android and then write based on the notes if you feel you can just articulate your point of view better that way but don't want to produce a podcast. That's something I've done and I continue to do for articles I write for How Design and Print Magazine. I use audio first and then I just surmise my notes from speaking out loud, having the conversation, and then get to polish it in my writing. So that's something that you can take advantage of. You can use voice dictation software. The real powerful thing about blog content and articles is the power of the Google search engine and the opportunity to find that. Also, whether you're doing audio or video or written blogs, this is giving you content that you can market and distribute in various social media platforms. It means that you can take this thing and it can be a post in LinkedIn or Medium or on Facebook or in Twitter. So I would definitely consider taking advantage of that. the written word is still as powerful as ever, maybe even more so, and it's a great opportunity for you to be discovered in the Google search engine, so I would take advantage of it. My fourth strategy for content marketing is do not underestimate the power of strong visuals in terms of graphics and photography. It's not just about posting something to Instagram. I would make the argument that Pinterest and LinkedIn are great platforms, and even Facebook are great platforms for things like infographics or even for slide presentations. And with Adobe Spark, you could actually take images and infographics and actually convert them into an interesting video, and that's all free. So I would look at things like you can do creatively with these visuals and not just post up a photo with a caption, but looking at things like infographics, looking at ways of posting interesting statistic cards that are valid for your industry are a good way to build your authority. Instead of just publishing a white paper, why not take that same information and data and make it visually interesting and appealing to people, and make it something that at a glance they understand what you're talking about and can identify with the topic, instead of having to read and spend that time up front before deciding whether or not they want to continue or whether it's worth their while. Give upfront value in the form of simple communication with visuals. So I really believe in that, and I think that's a great way that you can use images and photography as a compelling content marketing strategy, and I think that if you distribute it in the right platforms, that'll do very well for you. Obviously, if you have a product, using great images of your product shots and really, even having that crowdsourced by your community and show people using the product, I think that those things appeal to consumers and will help convince them to buy. I know it's something that's worked on me. That's how people get my money. My fifth and final content marketing strategy for you revolves around email. It's very attractive for marketers to pitch the value of an email list, but very few people actually give you real tactics and strategies for effectively contributing to your email list subscribers once you've grown that list. We're all about the money's in the list, the money's in the list. What is the real value that you can deliver in these emails that you're sending out week after week, or some cases you're sending them daily? And I think that a lot of people are just abusing their email list and they're not providing any real value that is exclusive to that list. I think doing things like private videos that only go out to people in the email list, I think that there's a value in that. Somebody who's taking advantage of that is Gary Vaynerchuk. I think that offering special discounts, that's cool, but I would say putting some useful information and some resources that your email list can get is a really great way to keep people on your list if they have the expectation that you've set of delivering something that they want and is to their maximum advantage, and not just your ability to direct market and sell to them. So I would say something like committing to once a month making an exclusive resource just for your email list is a great strategy, and it's not nearly as time consuming as you would think. I think aggregating the best free resources for the audience that you're reaching from around the web means that you can provide value every week without having to actually make these assets yourself. You could just say, you know what, I found these 5 great assets on the internet that I think help you do these things that I know that you care about because that's why you're on my list. Here you go. In addition to whatever else you want to do, whether it's highlighting your latest article or your latest offering or your newest product, I say find ways to give them that direct upfront value, even if it's not coming directly from you. And so I think that those things matter. Those are my top 5 strategies for using content marketing to grow your business. We covered how you can use podcast, how you can use video marketing, how you can use blog articles and posts, how you can use images and photography and infographics, and finally, how you can use email marketing in a more effective way to retain people on your list and then convert them later. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I like doing these kind of things and give you some insights into how I'm using content marketing and how a lot of my clients and contemporaries are using it as well. If you like this type of video, or you have other ideas for social media and small business videos for Saturday, let me know in the comments section. Anyway, like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. Remember, you can sign up for my free email newsletter and get my free ebook, The 7 Points of Personal Branding. I think it'll help a lot of you who are trying to develop your personal brand and grow your online presence. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.